Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Bushman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the individual life path forecast for the new moon solar eclipse that's happening on October 14th or 15th, depending on where you live within the world. So we have officially entered eclipse season. So this is big energy. And now with these eclipses, we have an eclipse on the 14th, 15th, obviously, the new moon solar eclipse that we'll be talking about today. And then at the end of the month, I believe on the 29th, we have a lunar eclipse. So we'll talk about that as it gets closer. But these eclipses are big energy. And so this new moon eclipse could be bringing in a new storyline that we'll be working with for the next 6 months, next year, or for the next 18 months. And the eclipse at the end of the month, which we'll go into more detail about as it gets closer, has a likelihood to potentially close out a cycle we've been moving through for the last 6 months or a year or 18 months. And so you'll know as it pertains to your own storyline, sort of how it's affecting you, how it's coming in. But this new moon solar eclipse, again, has the potential to sort of unfold over the next 6 months or up to a year, potentially. And so pay attention to what comes in for you. Now, you may not see it come to full fruition or hit you like a lightning bolt on the day of. However, you can kind of come back to this reading potentially and see it as what was initiated, what was something that came in sort of as an understanding that, okay, this is the storyline. This is the seed that the story is going to be planted around. Because you'll have some kind of indication. It's very likely that you'll have some kind of indication as far as what this storyline is going to be about. So again, it's going to be an unfolding. So be patient with yourself as you move through it. Be open to what and who comes in for you over the coming months, because it's all going to be relevant and it's all going to play into a bigger storyline. So without further ado, let's take a look. Life Path 22-4. So this eclipse is bringing in the energies of the 8 and the 9 for you all, as well as your wisdom animal message from macaw, which is like a tropical bird, right? And so there's this energy, especially with the 8 and the 9 and the macaw, of sort of infinite possibilities as it pertains to your place in the world, your work, your contribution into the world, whatever it is that is a greater vision for you. And it doesn't have to be around work, right? It can be around your whatever area of your journey that you have a greater vision for. During this period of the next, I would say 6 months to a year, you can see things unfold that feel almost divinely guided. Especially when it comes to like new contracts. And again, that can be around work or relationships or whatever. But there's something here around sort of like sacred divine contracts that feel almost like they're being magically dropped in your lap type thing. So they feel very much aligned towards moving you towards whatever vision you have at the moment and continuing to help you to proceed in that direction. So I would definitely say pay attention to the people that you meet, to the opportunities that present themselves for you over the next few months, right? Because this is a new moon, so initiations, new starts, new beginnings, new ideas, new inspirations. Solar eclipse. So this is the sun. This is vitality. This is often associated with career. This is, our creative life force moving through us, our passions, our desires. Now it's a solar eclipse, so it's being eclipsed out for a moment, right? But then it comes back and it shines even brighter. Well, it doesn't necessarily shine brighter, but it shines again, right? And so we can look at that metaphorically for our own lives. There's something that maybe felt like it was being eclipsed out that had to do with your vitality, that had to do with your career, your purpose, your passions, that's sort of getting reignited. under this energy. And I think you'll see the people, places, things present themselves to you, or opportunities that allows you to get re-inspired, that allows you to reignite that passion, but in a way that feels very much aligned. And this could include contracts, right? There's a heavy focus on contracts, whether that's soul contracts or actual physical, tangible contracts. So you may see new clients come in. If you own your own business, you may see new, like an influx of sales, contracts that will allow you to work for a period of time that's guaranteed. All of those things, right? Or it could very much also be getting married, right? Like a soul mate kind of contract, soul contract coming in, and that moving towards some kind of deeper commitment, whether it's traditional or non-traditional commitment, but some kind of deeper commitment with a person who likely will be in your life for a period of time, and who can have a greater impact on your resources, your financial stability, your place in the world, how you see yourself, how you move through the world. It can be very empowering, right? Whatever people, places, things come in for you around this eclipse period can very much emphasize empowerment, right? And helping you to feel empowered, to get empowered, and then ultimately help to empower others. So this is incredibly beautiful energy that you all are working with. This is definitely bringing in potentially beautiful new beginnings, a new way to look at things. So you might not see a huge transformation in a particular area, but you might be able to look at it differently. It might reignite that passion towards something. Really, with the 8, the 9, and the macaw energy, there's something here about just infinite possibilities. Like the world is your oyster at this point in time. And a lot of this is so protected and divinely guided that it's sort of like your soul is in the driver's seat and it knows where it's going. So allow it to move you in that way. So I would definitely say this is a great period for paying attention to your intuition. So if an opportunity presents itself, person, place, or thing, if you start to feel self-doubt come in, make sure that you're nipping that in the bud pretty quickly, because that will keep you from stepping into this beautiful, bountiful energy. And, you'll eventually get there, but you'll be creating a sort of self-imposed prison that doesn't need to be there. So really pay attention to your intuition. Does this excite you? Does it light you up? Does it scare you a little bit? And that's okay too sometimes, right? Because, with change comes a little bit of irrational fear, but that change creates, a new experience, a new adventure, a new opportunity for growth. So all of this could be coming in, and it's definitely sort of focused on, again, areas of like legal agreements, contracts, money, resources, power, status, influence, spirituality as well. Again, where there's like this very strong spiritual component to the 8 and the 9, especially the 9. So to have these two energies together, there's something here that's a greater inspiration that's coming in for you, that's divinely guided by your soul, by the universe, whatever you subscribe to, that's pushing you or helping to push you towards greater alignment with your soul's purpose. So you should feel that when something comes in for you, if it doesn't light you up, if it doesn't feel aligned, then, that's probably a no. But if it comes in and the butterflies come in the tummy type thing, it's like, okay, maybe this is something to explore. But there really is this energy of like, the world is sort of at your feet at the moment, and you get to decide what you do with this energy and where you take it. But I do think that you'll see like helpers come in to assist. So again, soul contracts are really big around this time. For some of you, you could meet a lifelong partner. You could have a baby, get pregnant type thing, or your partner gets pregnant, or adopt type thing. You could also see if there's any kind of legal proceedings that you've been moving through that have felt incredibly maybe challenging or difficult or sort of insurmountable. It could feel almost like that just closes out miraculously, like just almost like it's by magic. Again, there's just this strong emphasis of whatever sort of comes in, pay attention to it because it's probably very divinely guided and your soul knows what it's doing. So it might not make sense when it comes in. And again, this is over the eclipse period, right? So we've got like 6 months to a year to 18 months. So this will be progressive, more than likely. It won't necessarily come in like a lightning bolt, but it will potentially be progressive. So just kind of stay aware, stay awake through the process, and pay attention to those charged opportunities that ignite something within you that sort of is your sun coming back and shining type thing. So really beautiful energy here. So especially if you felt like you've been sort of struggling, or, like things haven't been progressing or moving forward, or you've just felt really stuck, this could really, really re-energize you and really bring back your vitality in a way that you're like pumped and ready to go. And then you could see things just sort of magically appear, almost synchronistically, that are here to assist you, right? So beautiful energy, 22/4s, right up your alley. I love it. Just don't be too quick to dismiss the people, places, things, because they might be outside of your comfort zone. They might be way outside of your comfort zone. They might be unconventional. They might force you to kind of look to do things a little bit differently, and that can be uncomfortable at first. So before you dismiss something because it's uncomfortable, explore it, right? And see, why am I dismissing this? Because uncomfortable isn't bad. Uncomfortable is actually really, really good, especially for a 4, especially for a 22/4. The more uncomfortable, usually the most progress we can make, like the most that we can do. It means that the ground is fertile to plant the seeds and create something dynamic and new and fresh and resourceful. So love it for you all, 22/4s. I hope it's an awesome eclipse. Take care. Bye for now.